Hey, so I just got back from a workout and I went to a gym. I won't mention the name, and it continues to blow me away. Watching the industry as a whole, personal training industry as a whole, and it still blows me away to see what I see to this day. And as a consumer, if you're a consumer and you have a personal trainer, or maybe you're thinking about one, because this is the time of year, right before the holidays, we have October, November, December, and you're thinking, oh, I need to have a personal trainer to help me get through the holidays. I need to hire one and to hold me accountable and all that good stuff. And I just want to share with you before you go out and do, or even if you've had one for quite a while, how do you know if your personal trainer is a fraud? And that's what I want to talk to you about in the next couple of minutes. And let me just kind of backpedal to let you know that while I'm not a personal trainer currently, I have a little bit of experience in the world of personal training, over 20 years. I started out when I was in college, worked in gyms, worked as a personal trainer in people's homes, had my own personal training center for a while, and currently I don't do any one-on-one personal training. So I wanted to just share with you, if you're considering paying some hard-earned money for a personal trainer or considering hiring one, whether you're paying a lot of money, maybe the top end, and a top end trainer may get $150 an hour, maybe even more depending on where you live in this world. But you can also you may be able to share a trainer with 3 or 4 other people. But I want to just really, from an expert, somebody that's been in the field as a personal trainer, who's seen his handful of frauds of personal trainers who are not worth a dime. And for some people who need to fire them. Well, first and foremost, I want you as the consumer to know when you're hiring a personal trainer, you need to look at credentials, know what their background is, know if not just that they get results, but they're actually qualified. The problem is there isn't any really standardized protocol for personal training. In other words, there's some gold standard certifications and credentialing, but there isn't any, you don't have to go to school to become a personal trainer. In fact, if you wanted to become one this weekend, you could take a online course, maybe spend 4 or 5 hours learning some basics, and then you can get the stamp of approval, pay a few dollars to whatever organization. I think there's over 200 200 to 300 certifying organizations for personal training. And the next week you can call yourself, and if you have a halfway decent body, you can call yourself a personal trainer. So that's right there off the bat should ring a bell to make sure you do your homework. But you know what? I go into the gym and it's because it's something that I've spent my life, my really 25 years of my life working towards and doing personal training in the trenches, so to speak. And I've seen it from the beginning, very beginning, even when I didn't have very much experience. I was learning and growing, but I see trainers still that have been out doing training for a long time, and they're a fraud. Here's the first thing, that I saw. Your trainer, you're on a machine, or you're doing an exercise, and you're doing some reps, and you're in the middle of your set, and your trainer's on their phone, texting on their phone. That's a red flag, okay? While you're at the gym, maybe your trainer is talking to another client or is taking phone calls. That's a red flag. Here's a huge red flag. Maybe you've been working with your personal trainer and spending a lot of money 2 times, 3 times a week, and you're not getting any results. You're not getting any results. And maybe your trainer doesn't even ask you about what you do outside of training, because here's what you pay for when you have a personal trainer. You pay for the time you spend with a personal trainer. I know it was hard as a personal trainer. I always know to try to grow, to get better. Once you get good, then you get a full schedule. And the problem is trying to find some of those good trainers. The problem is also the trainer really wants, and I know because after somebody trained with me, they're on their own. So until the next, maybe 2 days, say they work out with me Tuesday and Thursday when I used to do personal training, they'd be on their own from Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. That's a whole lot of time to screw things up, right? But you're not paying for that personal trainer for all those other things. See, the reality is there's a difference, and I would say is not just to know when your personal trainer is a fraud, is to also know that just because your personal trainer may have a good body doesn't mean they can give you a good body, right? There's a process that involves looking at what your personal trainer has done educationally as well as with results. If you're going to go to a gym or even look to a personal training center, first and foremost, make sure that person has some credentialing and is able to get results. Look at those that are able to, have gotten results. Don't just look at the trainer's body and say, ooh, that trainer is in good shape. He or she must know what they're doing. Well, the good Lord put some good genetics in people. And I'll tell you what, I see way too many trainers who are looking the part, but they don't know how to talk the part with their clients. They don't know how to set them up. They don't for success. They just know maybe how to count some reps. So I would say if you're in the lines of hiring a trainer and you really just want somebody you can meet up with and you can pal around with and have a conversation, and maybe somebody to pick up your weights for you, or somebody to count reps for you, or somebody to hold your hand while you're exercising, or somebody to show you a couple exercises. The reality is, if you're working with a trainer and that's what you're using it for, then that's what you're using them for. Maybe you need a friend, maybe you're lonely and you like the camaraderie, then that's cool. That's probably worth it. And then it won't really matter if the trainer knows what they're doing. Hopefully you won't get hurt. I will say, for my older demographics, my people in your 40s now, you're talking to a trainer that used to be a trainer who had worked with people when I was in my early 20s, and I've been doing it a long way through with people in their 40s typically. And I would say is you got to be very careful, because one wrong move or one wrong exercise could throw you off course, right? And if you're not very careful, if you're not more on a conservative, if your trainer is throwing hardcore stuff at you and you're not hardcore, chances are not only maybe is that trainer not know what they're doing, it's probably not the right fit for you. So anyway, I know not all trainers are created equal, but that's the same with doctors. That's the same with lawyers. That's the same with everybody, even your mailman. We've had different mailmans here. We've been in the same house for 18 years. We like the one we have. He's a nice guy, but we had one for a while and he was a bit weird. So it can go all across the board, right? In any kind of profession you think of. But if you're thinking about investing in a personal trainer, do yourself a favor, avoid the frauds. Too many frauds out there, and I'd hate for you to spend your hard-earned money and not get results, maybe get hurt, maybe wasting time and effort and energy. And if you're out of shape and unhealthy and you're really looking to get in a better path, you may want to look in other directions other than just hiring a personal trainer. And I think the days of personal training are kind of coming to a close. In fact, I have a feeling that consumers are getting a little bit smarter. They're realizing there's other options out there. There's options that deliver full solutions. I've transitioned away from personal training because I know I can offer something better online and develop a complete solution versus just some personal training sessions and a meetup here and there and counting reps and high-fiving and giving you fist pounds. Anyway, that's all I have. I hope that helped. If you're in your pursuit for hiring a personal trainer, make sure you do your homework. Feel free to reach out. If you're looking to hire one and you're really serious about wanting to work with somebody in person, reach out to me. I know the things to ask, the questions to ask, and even if you live in the local area, maybe ones to avoid. So that's all I have. Take care. Have a blessed day. Enjoy this beautiful weather. Happy October.